Thank you, Leo. Okay, so we are going to be doing a jump. I can't spell either. I don't know what it is, but I feel like as I get older, I get worse and worse at spelling. It's weird. I don't know what it is. Sequences. Sequence. It's not a sequences. We're not doing multiple sequences. We're just doing one sequence. Okay, so jump sequence. This is what we're going to be doing, and a few kind of notes to pay attention, things to keep in mind. Now, jump sequence can be maybe a little bit intimidating just because we're going to be animating a full figure, but when you break it down and think about all the things that you actually need for a jump sequence, it's actually not too bad, because at the end of the day, a jump sequence is pretty much just a ball bounce. So, if you guys remember, for a ball bounce, all it is if you ever want to try practicing a ball bounce, we have our ground plane. The ball will start down here. It compresses to build up energy, and then it launches forwards, builds up. There's more spacing now, so it lands, and then as it rests, it also stretches. As it jumps up, stretches, and then as it settles in, it retains back its normal shape, and then afterwards, it comes back down. So a jump sequence is pretty much about the same philosophy or the same idea behind it, where we want a character to kind of, let's say our regular dude here, our little stick man. This might be our starting pose. And then the next pose, our guy is gonna squash down, and in order to, well, if we're gonna be drawing a more, let's say, structured person, then we can't just squash the body in a really cartoony way. We want everything to feel like it's squashing down, and in order to do that, we're gonna have to have the arm also expand and extend outwards, and then the body is gonna be hunched, and then the legs, or maybe it won't like spread out like that, but it'll like come down, and then we got our feet, and we got our legs, something like this. So everything has to compress, and I know this is like a very rough drawing of the character, but hopefully this gets the idea, gets it across that you need to squish it down, you need to build up the momentum, because if we have a guy just standing straight and then jump up, then it doesn't really make any sense. One, it doesn't feel correct, and we know how people look like when they jump. They need to compress down, and then they need to launch themselves up. They need to build up that momentum. So, once you get the compression down, the next thing is that launch, that stretch. Now, I'm just going to exaggerate it here. Obviously, no one's going to jump this high unless, I guess, you're a basketball player or something. But in order to convey that stretch, you can also have the arms start hanging down, the body maybe is elongated, and then the legs are up, and then maybe one leg is up, or not. Yeah, one leg is close to the body and one leg is stretching downwards. Now, this is a very exaggerated, pushed way of thinking about it, but again, what we're trying to do is getting a starting pose in number 1. We have a compression pose to build up momentum. And then you want to allow for that transition of a spring type motion so that it makes sense, that we can follow as a viewer. We can look at this motion and be like, okay, we got a starting, build up momentum, and then launching forward. So that's how we do it for a character jump. And you can see that it's very similar to a ball bounce. The same principles still apply. So, and then same thing, same thing as the ball, once the character gets into the highest point, they're going to actually start compressing again and return back into their original shape. Now, a lot of people have different takes on how to do this. I like to show the character's legs actually kind of having a little bit of a catch-up, because like the body is pretty stiff and heavy, but then the legs have a lot of flexibility and mobility to it, and so when the body stops, that momentum that the legs have need to follow through and catch up with the rest of the body. So it's actually going up, and then your body just compresses just a little bit before landing back down on its feet. So hopefully all of this makes sense. And if you kind of forget like how you need to think about a jump sequence, all you need to kind of really remember is ball bounce. So do a ball bounce first. Maybe that might be the first step to do. Do a ball bounce, see if you can do it, and then when you try to tackle the jumping sequence, think about the steps that you had to do for a ball bounce. The starting position, squash, launching up so you're stretching, and then once you hit your apex or the max height, then you start squashing it back again because the legs need to follow through. They need to catch up with the momentum of the body, and then it's going to stretch again when it's coming back down, and then it's probably going to squash a little bit to cushion the character. We got our hero pose right here with our with our character. You know, like in Avengers, you know, Black Widow, they made a joke about how she always has like a hero landing pose. So, you know, maybe we might do that on our last pose. This will be our last kind of thing. Yeah. And hello everybody joining in. I see some new people coming in on chat. Hello. What tips do you have for drawing hands? You usually struggle without a reference material? It's always simple shapes. I would say, like, if you are using reference material, don't just copy. Try to simplify them into basic shapes. And that's going to be useful for animation too, because when you start animating, you don't want to start doing all the details. You want to start simple. And yeah. Thank you, Stan. Thank you for, I'm glad you like the videos, yeah. Usually the body, unless you're really cartoony. Yeah, so it depends on the style too. If you're doing something really cartoony, then yeah, you can like distort and super stretch the body. But it then kind of makes the body feel a little bit too cartoony. So, for example, like if I make the body really stretchy, it could work. Like I could draw the body like this, and it could maybe work. I don't know, we haven't really tested it out, but you know, unless the guy is zipping and moving really fast, then maybe. But this is a little bit, you know, out of the ordinary. It's not really something we tend to see with the human body. So it depends on what you want. If you want something to be more exaggerated and stylized, yeah, you can do like smear frames. You can do something that some people do, which is this, where they leave parts of the image as if it's breaking apart to convey motion. Or you can stick with something a little bit more grounded, which is what I was trying to show here, which is that the human body can squish and stretch. It's just about pushing those poses to still convey the concept of squishing and stretching. Yeah. So like number 5, for example, is technically squashed, but it's within the motor ability of your body, within the confines of what the body can actually do. Like we still can crunch, you know, squish up into a ball. We can stretch our arms and our legs, and we can like crouch down. Like that is squashing in a sense. And when you reach up into the sky, that is also stretching. Did I mix that up? When you're crouching, you're squashing. When you're stretching, you're yeah, when you reach into the sky, you're stretching. Yeah. Master Zapple, it is a new avatar. Yeah, I got an updated one. Yeah. Trying to, since everybody was like updating their avatars, Faye was like, "Hey, you wanna update yours as well?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." Do I use pure ref for references? Is that like a... is that like a site? Pure ref? I've never heard of that, but maybe. That could be like something we could test out. Yeah. Okay, so with that going, you know, with that out of the way about like what do we need to think about when it comes down to a jumping sequence, we're now going to do a jumping sequence. We're actually going to start blocking it off. So if you guys have watched our animation streams before, you would already know that how I like to do it is to start off with a rough block. So we're gonna call this rough block, and maybe we'll call it 01 just in case if I do like a new layer on top to clean it up, but it's still quote-unquote rough. And as usual, if you've seen me animate, you know we like to do stuff a little bit more ambitious than we need to. So I know I didn't put out a poll, but I kind of wanted to do like this maybe Hulk smash type of jump sequence with a character that I've done. So maybe we'll do something like that. Let's put down a ground plane. Put down a simple ground plane, maybe. Put down a ground. Just a flat ground. I'm not gonna do anything crazy with like, I don't know, like any real three-dimensional space. We're gonna keep it pretty flat. Maybe we'll have some depth, but not too much of it. Okay, and then we're gonna call this ground plane. Labeling is important, guys. Do not forget to label stuff. I wish you guys could see some of my Illustrator, like Adobe Illustrator back in the days. I would have a bajillion layers and just label all of them. Yeah. It's an application for compiling your references. Oh, that's really cool. I'm like so old school, I just manually save my references. Like I'll have a portable hard drive with a bunch of folders to label all my references. I have references folders labeled like I would have a folder, it would be called 3/4 portraits. Like I would have a file folder on my hard drive called portraits. and then it would like, I have 3/4, and then I would have profile, and then I would have front view. And these are all like separate files. And then this is for colors, and then I would have a black and white portrait, like a separate main file for the exact same thing, like 3/4, profile, and front view. Like this is what I this is what I do as this is like old school. So maybe I might check out reference, the what would you say, pure reference. Maybe I might check that out. That seems like it would be useful. Yeah. Are you gonna animate a stickman? Nah, I don't think I'll animate a stickman, but it'll be a simple character. We don't want to do anything too crazy, I would say. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds really useful, the pure reference. I've never heard of that, but I might check it out. Yeah. If you hate labeling layers, do not use Illustrator. Yeah, Illustrator's not for everyone. People always complain about it. I remember in university, people were like, why would anyone use Illustrator? But I don't know, I liked it. I liked Illustrator. Okay, I want my character to smash mushrooms, so we're just gonna... I feel like this might be a bit too much work. I don't know. You know what? Well, we won't do the mushroom just yet. That seems a bit too much. We'll just have the ground plane. I'm gonna lock it, take it off my timeline, and we're just gonna animate the rough block first. Maybe we'll do something like video game inspired. I don't know. We'll see. Welcome to the stream, guys, where we just kind of, you know, we just coast, try to figure it out as we move along. Okay, it's pretty good. You think Illustrator is tons of fun? I like it. I love Illustrator too. Yeah. Hard drive storage. You know, that's why I bought like 2 1 terabyte hard drives, like 2 separate hard drives, each have 1 terabyte of space. So I think I'm pretty set. I think I'm good. Yeah. Okay, so in my animation class, I have been doing a boxing character. I haven't finalized her design just yet, but I'm gonna use a very simplified version of her design maybe for this sequence. We are gonna keep it very simple, maybe not a strict like stick figure, but I'm gonna use like an aspect of it. Yeah, I came up with a boxing character. It's looking pretty good, I would say. So this is kind of what her hair kind of looks like. I'm simplifying it a lot. Let's see. Let's go into a boxer pose. Kevin, I can already feel it. I'm like, why am I doing this? Let's look up a boxing pose. Let's see. Boxing pose. Gotta find a good starting video game boxing pose. Let's see. I kind of want like a neutral pose. So right now I'm trying to just look for a pose. Oh, this one's good. This is pretty close to what I want. Okay, I'm not gonna show it, but I'll have it on the side just so that I can see it. Gonna put it there. Yeah, is a drawing software. You can think of it as a drawing software if you want to. I feel like it might be kind of like what Venomized Toothless is saying. It's not necessarily a drawing software. I think it actually might be more helpful to not think of it as a drawing software. I think it might be a bit easier to think of it more as a vectoring software where you're putting down points and the computer is just memorizing where those points are. Yeah, so we're drawing some big... This is my character's design. She has some massive gloves. Probably will make her a bit bigger. It's just that I don't know if I have space for her to jump is all. But, you know, we'll see. Let's see. And then the legs are pretty far apart. We're gonna do something just simple. Something simple. Nothing too crazy. But I say this every time, and if this is your first time on my animation stream, when I'm in charge of the stream at Wing Canvas, you might be like, oh boy, what, like what? That seems feasible. And then if you've been to my stream before, you'll be like, oh boy, this is here we go again, you know. Like, let's see how this will work. Kevin knows what I'm talking about. He always he's like, oh, been here before. Okay, I'm gonna lasso tool this. I'm gonna bring this a little bit because I think I made her foot just a little bit too forward facing. So we're gonna keep it a little bit more relaxed form here. It's a bit intense of a fighting pose. Okay, so this is our first starting pose. I feel like this is pretty good. Yeah. No one knows what's gonna happen. No one knows what's gonna happen, but then at the end of the day, I always feel like it doesn't turn out too bad. Yeah. The man talked about how he's gonna do some boxing. Well, no. You forgot. We're not doing any boxing. We are doing a jump sequence with the boxer who is gonna come down and smash a mushroom on the ground. Now, does that make any sense? I don't know. Yeah, but we'll see. We'll see how this goes. We got quite a lot of time. We got like an hour and a half, so you know, I think it should be doable. I know what's going on. Okay, for you, those of you who have just joined us, we are doing an animation sequence of a character jumping. But as always, I try to go a little bit more ambitious than usual. So we're gonna have a boxing character. This character over here, she's gonna jump up and smash the ground, kind of like a Hulk smash. So that's kind of what I'm going for. So this is our first frame. I feel like this is not too bad. This is doable, I think. Yeah, something like this. But that's why it's like, let's see how this will go. We are all waiting with a bated breath. You know, it's like, hopefully it turns out. But I think that's the fun part about animation. Is like sometimes it's like an experiment. You know, sometimes I feel like a scientist when doing like animation, because you never know how it's gonna go. And then you just gotta test it and see if it works. Okay, so the next sequence or the next image is I want to do actually the eye from Pixar. That'd be kind of funny. I think that'd be kind of funny. Maybe actually I like that. Maybe we'll do that. Yeah. Okay, so I want the final smashing pose. So let's see, how would someone smash? Let me look up Hulk smash. So let me see, smashing the ground. Smashing ground. Let's see, that gives me a Yu-Gi-Oh card. I did not know that that was an actual Yu-Gi-Oh card. It's literally called Smashing Ground. Like, I want to just type in Smashing Ground and this is what I get. I get Smashing Ground the card. I did not. Did not Hulk Smashing Ground. Okay, fine. We'll just take Hulk Smashing the Ground. Okay, you know what? I think we can work with this. We got some Hulk. We got some Hulk smashing images. I quite like this, or maybe something like this, where both hands are on the ground. He's hunched over. So I think we can do something like that. We could probably go with that. I'm gonna just say yes to that one. They have a card for anything. Okay, sure. I mean, you can think that, but I feel like that's smashing ground seems a little, I don't know. That's kind of a lame card name, isn't it? That sounds like low effort. Low effort for a card name for especially Yu-Gi-Oh. Yu-Gi-Oh, and you're gonna call yourself Smashing Ground? I don't know. Impact frames for the smash? I don't think so. Double fist? Yeah, we'll try to go with it. Okay, like, she's obviously not gonna be as built as, you know, the Hulk, so it might be a little bit hard getting the double smash. Double, you know, both hands on the ground. In a way, we're kind of just storyboarding this at this point. You know, maybe, I guess, one leg will be up. Maybe something like this. I know this looks like really messy right now, but just trust, you know. Just trust right now. And I do know that one problem that I tend to have is that I tend to make things smaller as we go on. So I'm gonna try to keep an eye on that, make sure we don't have it get too small. Like I have drawn her kind of small, but you know. Arms coming up. Maybe something like this. Arms out. Maybe more like this. Maybe more like this, because the gloves are big, so I want to make sure that the gloves feel like they're really like impacting the ground and everything. So we'll see. And then we got one leg up. Maybe. I think one leg up. I think one leg up should be okay. Yeah, this is why I didn't want to deal with perspective, because I'm like, I gotta deal with the position of the feet and the legs. Don't want to do that, but one leg should be in front of the other. Yeah, we're just focusing, like, this one's focus is more on the jump, less so on the smashing of the ground, so we're just gonna place this here. Yeah. How many frames are you going to use to in-between? Don't know if we'll get to the in-between just yet, but yeah, I feel like that's pretty good. Okay. I'm going to try to definitely, so Sad Cat, I am going to try to block in as many as I can, but we'll see how much time we have and everything, yeah. Bye, Emmanuel Scott. Thanks for joining us. None of you are still here, but good night. Would probably Groundbreaker. Yeah, why? Groundbreaker sounds more, you know, I like that. Starverse, you should be in charge of naming Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Sandbag? Oh, yeah, that would be good too, yeah. So, okay, what I'm trying to do is get my keyframes. So we got our first one here. This is our main pose, and then we got our second one here. This is probably our final, like, last pose. I'm just writing it down here so you guys can, like, see it. For our in-between, I want this really dynamic smashing pose. So I want her to have, like, arms high, you know, gloves out. I want this to be, like, dynamic, you know. So we're gonna see how this goes. We'll see how much I can get this down. Want it, like, way up. Maybe not. The angle of the gloves is gonna really affect how we perceive this. And actually, I guess it would be bent. Actually, it wouldn't be straight. I wanted it to be, like, stretched fully, but then I'm, like, doing the action myself. And I think if this is going to work, we're gonna have the arms way back. Excuse me. Hopefully you guys didn't hear that. But we're animating a yes. Yes, I've been saying that, but yes, that is what we're doing. We're animating a jump. And she's kind of wearing this, like, tank top and sweats outfit. So yeah, body might be a bit too straight. So we're gonna give it a little bit more of an angle change. And then maybe one leg can be bent. One leg can be straight. Something like this, maybe. And then one leg can be, like back here and pointed, maybe. I don't know. Maybe that makes it a bit too complicated. I feel like that makes it a bit too complicated. We're gonna do something like this. Yeah. Something like this could work. Okay, so the goal is to have starting pose, jumps into the air, and then smashes. This is what we're doing. So what I'm trying to do is just get a gauge roughly as to the trajectory and what is the plan. What is the goal of our scenario right now? And I've made this new frame here a little bit too thin, so I'm just gonna bring it back. Make it a little bit, give her a little bit more volume in the torso and the legs, because I think I made her a bit too lanky. So again, this goes back to our whole stretching, right? So if you remember the very beginning of the stream, we were like, okay, if you forget how to animate a jump sequence, go back to the ball bounce. And this is where that comes in, because we just did the starting position, this stretching once you get into the air, and then another squashing to land the impact of the jump and the smash. Yeah, you're animating about. I mean, technically we are Max Shazam. We are doing a boxer who is jumping and smashing the ground. So you know, you're like partially right. You're not necessarily wrong, you know. How did I do that in a second? Well, we're doing just the roughs, so that's why we're not... Like, I'm not paying too much attention to whether it's, like, logistically gonna work, but just trying to get it, like, figured out, get the planning of it and the motion. Yeah. Quick concept sketches. Exactly, yeah, Kevin. So... doing quick rough sketches, especially more mannequin style, so you'll notice that I haven't put down any like faces or details in the feet or hand or even clothing if there is any detail in the clothing. Like, I'm just trying to get the overall poses of the character, and that's it. So now that we have our main key phrases, key poses, huge hands, if anybody gets the but unfortunately, I do not get the reference. It's so dynamic. Oh, thank you, Soph. Yeah. Help! I'm erasing the paper too much. It's getting destroyed. Ah, no, Quinn. Use a kneading eraser if you have one. I find that I prefer kneading eraser. It's not as messy and everything. Yeah. Okay. So we got our main key poses. I'm gonna just space these out a little bit more, just because I want to give myself some space. And I'm not worrying about timing, so if we play this out, this is not gonna, like, technically work. Actually, that kind of worked. Okay, I didn't intend for it to work, but it kind of worked, actually. I wasn't intending for it to actually flow, but you know what? This kind of it kind of works. Okay, I wasn't expecting it to work, but yeah, it kind of works. So these are our key poses. It lets me know how we're starting, what's the transition or like the main transitioning pose, like an extreme transition. So that's the middle pose, and then our last one where I want it to go and everything. So now that that's done, I'm gonna now put in some, not necessarily in-betweens, but kind of the steps. So again, I'm just gonna bring back our bouncing ball, or even just the stage. We just did the first one, the third one, and the fifth one. So we did 1, 3, and 5. So now I want to do 2 and 4. Hopefully that makes sense for people. But that's what we're kind of following along with in terms of like the script, the so-called script of animation. Okay, so we got our first pose. Gonna bring back the onion skin. Now, our second pose, this in-between that we have here, I don't need to have it transition perfectly to the second jumping pose in the air. What I want now is the crouching, compressing feel of this character. So what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna draw this character taking a step, and we're gonna take a step forward. So this is gonna be my planting foot right there. This is the planting foot, and my character is going to take a step forward and crunch down. So maybe something like this. And I'm gonna start with the torso. Maybe we can go a little lower. Oops. Go a little lower. Have the legs. I'm not gonna have her like kneel down necessarily. Probably just scrunch down. Like she's taking a step forward with the back leg. It's swinging up. And then this foot. Actually, you know what? I think it would probably be better if this foot is in front just a little bit. We're gonna. You know what? I keep changing my mind. I'm like, what would sell the dynamics of this pose better? And I feel like I keep changing my mind. We're just gonna keep it a simple, like, standing jump type of a pose. I think that'll keep it easier and a little bit more manageable to do. So do something like that. Need to get one? Oh, you don't have a kneading eraser? Dang. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know, like, when you guys go to, like if you have art class at school, do they still tell you to get a kneading eraser? Because I feel like when I was in school, or when I went to art school, most teachers would be like, get a kneading eraser. So I always thought it was like the norm to get a kneading eraser, but maybe it's no longer the norm. Maybe you guys don't get kneading erasers anymore. Okay, so maybe we'll have the arm back, have the glove maybe angled this way. We're just gonna keep the glove simple. I am definitely making her way too small. Yeah, I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger. Set it back. So you might, if you're wondering like, how do I know the body's too small? I mean, one, it looked kind of small, but I can just use my fingers just to check how big the first pose's torso is, and then line it up with the pose that I'm drawing now, and then I could kind of just check whether I've got the sizes correct. Let me see. When you do this, I feel like your head leans forwards just a little bit. I mean, I guess I could still have her look ahead. Like, she can look forwards if she wants to. And then the hair comes down. We got the ponytail. Got the hair coming out front. And maybe trying to think. Maybe, you know what? That first step, no, the first step should go in front. Yeah, I'm just gonna have this leg. So I'm thinking about volleyball. In volleyball, when you take a step, one leg is in front of the other. So, but the problem is sometimes in like animations, like you kind of throw away what's like realistic and you go for like what's clear. So I don't know if this will be clear when we draw it. It probably won't be, but you know, we'll see. When we flip through it, we'll see if the motion works with it. So let's just quickly check. Okay, that's like, it's okay. I think that she's still a little bit too small, maybe. Let's, yeah, okay, I'm just gonna make it just a little bit bigger. Just a tiny bit. Let's see. Actually, that's looking pretty good. Yeah, okay, her for sure is, she's looking way too small, so I might make it a little bit bigger. And I'm gonna bring this so I can check the height. Okay, her head I think was a bit small, but the legs I definitely think I made them a bit too big. So I am going to just move these legs in just a bit, but the body I'm gonna keep the same size. Sorry, I have not checked yet, but I just wanted to like get this all flowing first before we move on. But now I'm gonna check chat. Check chat. More frames in the arc. Yeah, for sure. Well, we're not like doing any in-betweens just yet, so we're just trying to get a feel for the flow. Yeah. I'm thinking about volleyball. When aren't you? Always thinking about volleyball. Dude, because I sprained my ankle, I haven't played for 2 weeks, and I am itching to play, even though my ankle is still technically not at 100%. Yeah. Yeah. In a while. First time. Oh, well, hello, Doodle. Glad you're able to join us, and then, yeah, you guys see the new PNG tuber. Yeah. Animation is very long. It can be very long. Yeah. You know, I mean, I'm pretty sure if you're like a really fast draftsman, like you draw really fast, then this would be like nothing. But it can be very, very long. Or we'll just play it while I check on chat. Another season? Are they doing another Phineas and Ferb? That's crazy. Oh, you never took art classes in school? I thought it was mandatory. Is art class no longer mandatory in school? Or did they give you options? I didn't have any options. I thought that was just normal to have art class in school. Like in elementary, like middle school or elementary or like high school, I know you don't have to do it, but I don't know. Now we've got the flow. Yeah, maybe. This is looking smooth already. Oh, thank you, Hoshi. Yeah. Volleyball is scary. It can be. My friend got a black eye because he got spiked in the face. Yeah. I am using a drawing pad with a screen. Drawing pad with a screen is definitely way more helpful. That doesn't mean that you can't just use a normal drawing tablet, but having a screen definitely helps. Yeah. I am doing good, CJ Games on YouTube. How are you? I'm hopefully you're doing good. I tore my Achilles and had to stop training for like 3 months. Ugh. Yeah. No, wait, Kevin, you're joking, right? They don't have art classes anymore? Did they take that out? Is that no longer a thing? That's crazy. Without a screen as good with a... If you're very particular about drawing accurately, Cappy, I would say that having a screen is way more useful. It's just that you kind of have to get used to that hand-eye coordination with a regular drawing tablet without a screen. With a screen, you draw as if you're drawing like on paper or on an iPad or something like that. Yeah. The connection you hear is scary in volleyball. It's not that bad. It's not too bad. Will you add smears in the animation? Maybe not for now. That could be something like we can add afterwards, but for now I just want to get the motion and everything. Yeah, like placement of the character, the arc of the jump, and all that stuff first, yeah. It's all down to personal preference. Oh, that's crazy. I didn't know that they took out art classes. I thought it was just mandatory, kind of like music. Kevin, how like, well, I don't know if Kevin you had to, but for me it was like art and music were still mandatory. Like everybody learns how to play the recorder, and then in like grade 6 and then grade 7 and 8 you pick what instrument you want. I thought that was still normal, but I guess if it's not, then that's kind of sad. Oh wait, this is the hard one. I don't know if I need an in-between. Okay, I should draw her landing. So for this one, what I want is for her foot to make contact with the ground first, and foot will be up. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. This is where it starts getting a little bit experimental. Because I won't really... Because I don't have a reference of someone Hulk smashing. Like, I don't have a reference of someone with big boxing gloves jumping up and smashing down on the ground. So I kind of have to... just take a guess as to how the body might look and how the pose might be. But this is where the body, I'm assuming, needs to make contact with the ground soon. So... Oh, you know what? I got it wrong. So this should actually be here. Yeah. And might have to realign the arch of this. So the reason why is because, or why I'm like pushing it back, is because if she's landing... Hold up, just give me a sec. Maybe I'll do this on another layer. If she's landing and I have one foot in the back and one foot in the front, it means that when she landed, she had to take a step forward to cushion the landing, which means that the back foot, this foot, is the landing foot when you come down. So that's what I'm doing. Trying to just figure out like how this would look. We might have to just extend this out a little bit here. It's getting a little tight. So I'm just gonna push this out a little bit. And we're just gonna cheat just a little. just a little bit. You're just cheating a little. And we're just gonna push this out just a bit. I always feel bad doing this because it's like, you can't do this traditionally. That's not how it works. But we're just gonna go roll with it. We're just gonna do that. Yeah. Don't mind the little adjustment. Okay. I'm just gonna see if this works. Technically. Yeah. Jump, land. The jump landing might be a little bit too close still. I might move it forward just a bit. I'll just move it up just a bit. And then we're gonna move this up a bit. Okay. Like maybe here. I think that looks... I think that should work. Okay, let's just play it. I want to see how it looks. I mean, obviously it's a bit too fast, but... should be okay. Here, let's extend it. Playtime out just a bit more. Oh wait, what? Krita, why you do this to me? So if you ever play the animation and you notice that some frames are skipping, or like you don't see like a frame just missing, just clear the cache. You can always just right click on the timeline numbers. So not on the frames themselves, but this timeline number at the top. Just right click it and press clear cache. It'll refresh your timeline. And then this way, hopefully everything plays. Okay, this feels much more natural. Okay. So we're not worrying about timing, we're just worrying about the motion and whether things line up with one another. So I think it does for the most part, so we're gonna keep going, yeah. You never got music? What? There's no music classes either? What? Oh, you know what? I have heard about that. I have heard that some school boards just took out the music program. Yeah. The video, dude, 15 seconds is a long time. I feel like people who don't ever try animation, they'll be like, oh, it's just 15 seconds. It's just 10 seconds. That's not that bad. It's, depending on what you're animating, it's a lot of work. Yeah. Because if you think about it, 1 second is 24 frames, if you're even animating at 24 frames. So if you're doing 15 seconds, or 10 seconds, that's 240 frames of images that you could potentially fill up with drawings that you have to make sure work. So I'm not saying that you have to draw 240 images, but it means that, you know, there's that amount of time and frame to fill up. Yeah. They didn't respect the art teacher. Yeah, that sucks. It is hard. Yeah. Beats should line up. Yeah. Then step forward and smash. Exactly, Kevin. Yeah. The art is knit arting today. Knit arting. Oh, you guys like sew? Like knitting? That's pretty cool. Why did I think she'd go smash her knee? Yo, that would hurt. I mean, you could do that. That is like a move in, I think, like fighting games, smashing your knee into the ground. But that say bye bye to your knee. That's like a one-time move, and then you're done. It's over. You can't use that knee ever again. It's done. Wait, did I delete? I deleted. Where? Okay. Describe the last one. Yeah. She meant not. Oh. My bad. I'm like catching up on stream. You know. Yeah, the not art class. Okay, well, I mean that would make sense too. You can have knitting class, right? Knitting class is a thing. You can have knitting class. I mean, up to you, I guess. But I guess it also just comes down to the school and what they're willing to let the classes have. So that sucks that some classes have, or schools I should say, have taken that out. This is the front leg. I'll need to indicate that, and I am just making sure that the arm length is somewhat consistent. This is why I'm keeping the boxing gloves like squares, just so that I don't really have to think too much about it. And for this pose, I think her head would be tucked in at this point. Like the head would be looking down, the arms are coming in. But again, like I said, this is something that we'll just figure out, or have to figure out as we continue drawing this. So yeah, we're doing something like this. I know this is not the greatest drawing of a face, but just stay with me here. We are just planning. We're planning. This is the stage where we plan. So maybe something like that. It still feels a little awkward. I might just bend the torso back just a bit. Just a bit. And I think the arms probably will obscure the face. We're just gonna say that they obscure the face. Like here, maybe, and we're just constantly adjusting. I am not gonna bother trying to just redraw everything. That's a bit too much. So we're just gonna redraw this part. Body is in front of the face. Arms are in front of the face, I should say. Head is like here, and body maybe we'll angle it out a bit more, something like that. I don't know. We'll see. Let's just flip through it, see if the motion just tracks. So remember, we're just tracking the motion. So I mean, even then, the falling down motion shouldn't be too much. Pretty quick, so let's just play this out. I'm curious. Let's just see how it goes. Okay, yeah, that's okay. let's space this out. I know we're not supposed to worry about timing, but I can't help myself. I just wanna see if it like works. Let's see. We're gonna space this out just a few frames, and let's see how it looks. That was a bit too much. We'll bring it back. Bring it back. Let's see. Let's space this out. Let's bring this in, just so that there's more build-up of the momentum before she jumps. Okay, there. This feels closer to how I want the motion to be now. Yeah. What would you talking about? But I would never do that on a yeah, exactly. I would not smash my knee into the ground. I do know in like Muay Thai, like a move is a kneeing move, but that's like kneeing into, like, upwards into someone's body and not smashing it into the ground. I can't remember where I've seen that before, where someone like smashes it, like their knee into the ground as like a move. It's like from some kind of movie or anime, probably. Yeah. To make this 5-second animation. That is kind of how animation is. Should you draw like practice for a while before doing animation? It would help for sure. The better you are at drawing, the better you will be at animating, because then you don't have to think too much about the drawing. You can just focus on timing, getting the poses right, and executing the sequence that you want. Yeah. I know that was a message a long time ago, pros and better, but hopefully you're still here and that answers your question. Yeah. That's what we're talking. Yeah. Making an anime. Oh my goodness. Yeah. There are only music class in 10th grade, but I had to change different school and there were no music class. Dang. Yeah, no one took music in high school either, so I think after grade 9, music class just wasn't, it's just non-existent anymore. Yeah. Hello, Anumu. Hello, hello. Finally free me. It's the animatics phase. It is the animatics phase. At this point, we're just checking to see what works. Yeah. Double leg takedown. Super landing here. Yeah, superhero landing is not like practical. I'm just like, that's how. Yeah. Okay, so we got our jumping down. Like, this is an in-between for sure. We got, this would be a key pose. This would be kind of like an extreme. I can't help thinking that when we do that. And this would be like a key / extreme pose as well. Kevin, I'm writing the E there, so no one can comment that I wrote the K too many times. And then this would be like an in-between, because this is going to transition really fast. Like, this landing pose is just there to transition from the up in the air to the ground. And then this is like the last key pose. So I'm going to write one more. We basically just have these 3 main starting poses. Yeah. Might come back to this later. Yeah, you know what? It's totally fine to take a break. Take a break if you need to. Yeah. Okay, so we got, let's see, what do I need to do next? We got 50 minutes, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. We got an hour. Should I just clean up? I think we could just probably clean up, actually. I feel like it's missing one more pose. Maybe. No, we got the build-up. I don't think I need an in-between between the first one and the second pose. I think what's needed might be just this in-between pose. Yeah. Trying to think. Smears? Yeah, maybe we can add just some like action lines. Yeah, you know what? I don't think we'll have enough time to do like one more in between, so I'm just gonna do the cleanup, and then we'll add like in between jump and high. It could be, yeah. That's quite a lot of space there. That's you know, okay, sure. We'll do one more in between, and then we'll do cleanup. So this one, she will be swinging inwards, and the gloves have to swing forwards as well. So she is, let me think. I have to think about the motion of this. She would be swinging arms. Arms are heavy. Eating some spaghetti. Eating, I can't believe it. I'm sorry. Forget I said that. Just ignore what I just said. Okay, so head is here, arms here, body. You know, I'm gonna have the arms actually just swing down, low. Get it low, low, low. Somewhere like maybe here. A deep rabbit hole. Oh, thank you, Sad Cat. Glad you enjoyed it, and yeah, it's definitely go get some sleep. Yeah, we all should get some proper sleep. But thank you for joining us. Yeah, happy that you're able to find the channel too. Yeah, yeah. It is kept as a VOD afterwards, so if you want to catch up on it, feel free to. Oh wait, why did I draw her so far back? She technically should be like right here. So this, let me see. This foot is the leaping off foot. Should have probably maybe started with the foot first. Let me just, I don't want to erase this. Not that this is like a beautiful drawing or anything, but should have started with maybe the foot. Foot is coming up. And it's a twist, it should be a twisting motion. So what this means is that the front planted leg is there, and this back foot is also kind of twisting. Like, we're not taking a step here. That's not what's happening. If I think back to volleyball, this is how the legs would move. And the body is probably going to stay hunched, but it's because it's being moved up by the legs. The body would probably be here, and let's have the arms maybe down here as one of the poses. We'll see. Again, it's all about just seeing how it works. I know I just said that I'm just gonna keep that drawing, but I guess we're gonna erase. We're not gonna keep that drawing. It's always like that. It's just like, yeah, we'll keep it, and then it's like, no, never mind, no. That's all right. Gonna put the head here. Shoulder is maybe obscuring the head, and we'll have the head back here, and then we'll have one of the arms, maybe. No, arms should swing together. Arms swing together. Okay. Oh, well, yeah, watch the rest of it. Yeah, and I guess that goes for everybody too, is like, don't worry, these videos will be on VOD. So if you guys, if it's late for you, if you're in like some other country and you need to get some sleep, go get some sleep. It takes so long, a while to be finished. Yeah, exactly. It's like a lot of planning too, and I think that's why when people go like, oh, it's just 10 seconds, it's like, yeah, 10 seconds is a long time. That's a lot of work right there. You don't understand. 10 seconds is a lot. Okay, let's play this. See if it works. Transition? I think the angle is there. I think I might just make this look a bit more two-dimensional, because it's coming off a little bit too much like a 3/4, which it is supposed to be, but I think, yeah, we'll see. Oh, thank you, Quinn. That's so nice. And Hoshi, yeah. I mean, we're keeping it pretty rough, so it's not too bad. Oh, see, so you see how there's... Oh, right, it's because I forgot to delete it. My bad. I was like, what is this random drawing right there? I forgot to delete it. So, yeah. Just gonna save, gonna clear cache, and let's just play it out. See how it looks. Okay, yeah, that's looking so much better. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I think now we should be good for a cleanup, so I'm gonna do a cleanup now. We have about like 45 minutes to do cleanup, so yeah. Oops. But hopefully I didn't mess up anything. I pressed something, but okay, we're gonna call this cleanup, or maybe I shouldn't call it cleanup. We'll call this rough block 02, which is my way of saying it is still rough, but we're just cleaning it up just a little bit to add stuff in and whatnot. Yeah. Probably just action lines. I don't think I'm gonna do any like painterly smears. Mostly just like erasing parts of the body and just adding these action lines. There's a cleanups, redrawing, sounds, production, etc. Like this, yes, how I like, how I hope I can also speed up my work process. Exactly. And there's cleanups, redrawing, sounds, productions, etc. Sound production too. Dang, yeah. Keep your hands up. I guess that's true. You know what? My friend who tried to teach me Muay Thai, he was, yeah, that was like the one thing too. It's like, keep your hands up, and I'm like, huh? Oh yeah, right. Gotta keep my hands up, right? Yeah, totally forgot about that. So, yeah, for sure. Okay, let's try to get this cleaned up. We are gonna use... I think we'll stick with this brush. I quite like this brush, so we'll stick with it. Yo, I do Muay Thai. You just do a little Muay Thai? Oh, everybody's doing Muay Thai? What? What is this? What has happened here? We're just gonna go cartoony. We're gonna go simple. I'm not gonna try to do any like over the top faces or anything. I don't even know if I'll put in the eyes. Maybe I might just put in like some sticky, like cartoony eyes. But yeah, we're just gonna keep it simple. Keep it straightforwards. Put the hair there. Yeah, she has like this very... My character that I've drawn here has a very particular haircut. It's like a tooth haircut, I feel like. So I'll put it there. And then let's just quickly map out the arms. Shoulders, maybe that's boxy. I don't know. We'll see. Overlap is key, everybody. I guess if like one big takeaway is like remember to do your overlaps. Overlap is how you sell the illusion of depth and volume in space. So, do overlaps. That goes for like the hand as well. So you see these like overlaps. That's how you sell fingers and like the finger folds. Someone asked beforehand, like hands. Pay attention to not only like the shape of your hand, but also pay attention to like where the folds are gonna be. Yeah. Within 5 minutes? I feel like I'd be in the same boat too. I think I would also get knocked out. Yeah. Are we gonna do elongated in-betweens for smears or duplicates? I don't think so. I don't think we have the time to necessarily get into that, but it would be cool, but I don't think we will get into that, unfortunately. We're just gonna be cleaning up some of the drawings and just making sure everything is cleaned up for Kevin to post and share on, because we do share afterwards on social media. So if you want to see how this turns out in the end, without all the zooming in and all these weird edits and cuts, it will be posted on our community page on YouTube, as well as like our Instagram and Discord afterwards as well. So yeah. And for feet, I think for feet I'm just gonna keep it like a simple shoe, maybe? I don't know. Maybe do something like this. Do something like that. Simple shoe. What kind of shoe is that? I have no idea. So just simple character right there. We have the cuffs. Gotta have them cuffs on the legs. Gotta keep it sporty. AC. Ooh. That's hot. Quinn, I can't remember if you talked about this before already. All these like martial arts stuff. That's awesome. Yeah, that's what I did. I did Taekwondo as well. I really liked it when I did Taekwondo, but I think that like I dropped it once I had university. No time. There's no time to do like art projects while also doing like going to Taekwondo afterwards. Just like too much work. Okay, we got our character. I think I'm just gonna give like maybe these cartoony eyes. Do like a little nose thing maybe. Little nose? I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. A little cartoony chibi looking. Okay, the next one, I'm just gonna lock this here. Yeah. Shoe brand. Oh, okay. I think it really comes down to what you want to like aim for. I think. Zed is tired, or Zed. Because art requires quite a big commitment and dedication as well. So I think if you're down for that, and if you're like okay with it and all the kind of hard work it takes, because craftsmanship isn't something that's like easily achieved. It does take a bit of practice, figuring out what you want and all that kind of stuff. Like that's not easy to just figure out right away. So I think it's one of those, if you want to commit to it, then commit to it. But I think it's also safe that if you have the chance to, or the opportunity to also maybe have a backup if you're not too sure just quite yet, to maybe, I don't know, study something else and then do art on the side. Like a lot of people do that as well. Like some people started off as doctors first, or engineers, and then over time they were like, you know what, now's the time for me to be in art. So I think it's definitely like a tough call. It's not an easy decision to just figure out right away. But yeah. Sorry, I know that's like a bit of a vague, vague answer, but it's a tough one. Career to figuring out, like, even just in general what your career path you want is. It's not an easy one. Do you recommend getting? How do you recommend getting started? Getting started with martial arts or art? Oh, no problem, Zed. Yeah. Yeah, I think careers and like figuring things out, it's tough too, because I think there's this like pressure in high school to like, oh, I gotta figure it all out, and my friends are going to school too, and I kind of want to join them. Or sometimes it might be like your parents are telling you to go to school, so everybody's situation is a bit different. Don't want to like speak for anyone necessarily and like how you should do it, because everybody's situation is a bit different, and art's not easy to just jump right into, because it can be quite a difficult decision to kind of make. So yeah. Okay, what we got? Oh, started into the animation drawing for game design? Yeah, that's true. You can also get into art with animation. A lot of the animators are software developed, not animators, but like you can get into an animation studio by being an engineer. Like a lot of the coders and riggers who rig up the 3D models, they are also like engineers and program software developers. So it's not like, you know, too separated. Yeah. How to get started in animation or game design though? I think it depends. So like for animation, for sure, I would say best way to start is to get better at drawing. The better you are at drawing, the easier it will be for you to just get into animating, because animation, especially 2D animation, is all just drawing. So that's kind of what someone asked beforehand. It's like, should you figure out how to draw first before animating? And I would say that it's probably best to have that figured out first, because the better you are at drawing, then the better you are, or the easier it will be, where you don't have to worry too much about the actual aspect of drawing while animating, and you can just focus on animation without worrying about like, oh, did I draw this correctly? Oh, does this look good? And all that. You can just be like, okay, I want to animate this sequence. What do I need? How do I plan for it? And all that. So it's easier that way. But yeah, I feel like that looks pretty good. She might be sliding a little bit. Hold up, yeah, I'm just gonna move her back just a smidge. So what I'm checking is like the heel, and just making sure the heel matches, because she's supposed to be taking a step, and so she's pivoting on the heel from the front foot. The front foot is pivoting, so you can take a step, and so I just want to make sure that that's lined up. And yeah, so here we go. To where I could probably do okay if I tried. Oh, that's so kind of you, Quinn. But yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy. Also, like just improving in art. Like art is almost, I don't know. Maybe this makes it sound intimidating, but it's not necessarily something that you figure out and then that's it. You're like good. Like, I'm always experimenting, and I think that's the fun part about art, is that, you know, you draw, and sometimes you'll be like, oh, wait, I never tried this side of art before, or I never tried drawing like this. And so you pursue a new approach to drawing, or a new style, quote-unquote, and you learn something new from it. So I would say it's never like a final journey, per se. Yeah. Does it transition well? Transition well? Oh, you mean like when you go from drawing to animating? Well, yeah, for sure. Because when you're drawing, you're learning how to structure things and how to like move things. So the better you are at drawing, the more transitional it'll be to be able to animate. For sure. So I would say like if you're finding that like animating's way too hard, like you're spending too much time on the drawing side of it, you might have to just go back a little bit to the drawing board, no pun intended, and just kind of get better at figure drawing, get better at understanding things like volume and anatomy and all that kind of stuff. Because once you get that down, then animating is just becomes a little bit more second nature. I'm not saying that you'll still like you won't struggle. Like for example, like me even trying to figure out how this jumping sequence will work, I'm still having to problem solve, and I still have to, you know, understand how the body is moving and everything like that. Like it's still a challenge, but it makes it easier. Yeah. I want to learn how to do everything. Same. Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. Maybe this one, actually I'll have the foot take a step forward. Never even considered that too. See, like the fun thing, and maybe, I don't know, maybe, okay, I find it fun. Other people might be like, oh my goodness, that's so annoying. Which is to figure out like, and think about all the things you can change for animation. Because a lot of the times you'll be so caught up on just the drawing of it that you forget to like, oh, what about this part of the body? Oh, I can do something with this and move this part, and it helps push the pose and the motion better. So, yeah. Okay, thanks TBY. Bye. Hope you have a good night, or I don't know where you are if you're sleeping or anything, but yeah. Yeah, they can draw and paint so many different styles of things. It's always impressive to see. Yeah. While watching, so I haven't chit-chatted much. No worries, Cyclone. Yeah. Okay, we got half an hour left, but we got 3 poses. We got 1 more. Actually, you know what? Maybe I might have time to do some in-betweens and whatnot. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Okay, let's see here. Just drawing it as profile view. And we're just gonna have the hair. I know, I basically gave her a bowl cut. Not the most flattering of hair cuts, I know, but it worked. Okay, it worked. Here we go. Speedy Gonzalez. Am I Speedy Gonzalez? Oh, that's true. Yeah, usually I'm like, oh no, we finish it like right on time, but maybe I jinxed it. I don't know, Kevin. Maybe I called it too early. It's too early that I called it too soon. Might still have some issues. Who knows? Oh, drew the leg pants a little bit too long, but yeah. There we go. Again, not gonna worry too much about the super details, but just gonna make sure I got it's like a basketball. Looks like she's about to dunk. You know what I'm most scared about though is that I'm gonna play tonight volleyball and then I'm just gonna sprain my ankle again. I'm gonna like make a weird step and then accidentally just twist my ankle again. And then I'm gonna have to sit out for another 2 weeks and I'm gonna be so sad. That's money right there. I paid to be in the league and then I won't be able to play because I sprained my ankle. Oh my. we'll be fixing your storyboards. Oh yeah. So the next stream that we have, well, for me, my next stream is me fixing your guys' storyboards. So definitely feel free to send those in. Submit your storyboards if you have any. Would love to take a look at it. It was fun, really. It was a lot of fun last time where we went over people's animations and we got to like comment on them and critique them a little bit. So if you have any and you want to show it, feel free to definitely send some over. It'll be an awesome time. Would love to see what people are animating and building up. I had to think for a second where the thumb would be. I was like, thumb, would I see thumb? No thumb. No thumb. Thumb is not on that side. It's like, where's the thumb? Okay. Let's see how we go. You need an ankle brace? Yeah, I know. I should have bought one beforehand, but I didn't do it. I didn't do it. We're playing with fire right now. I'm gonna see how it goes. I think she's still a little bit too small. Just give me a sec. Yeah, okay, for some reason, okay, I don't know. I made the leg, I did shrink the legs down a little bit last time, and then I was like, yeah, this feels the right size, but now I'm kind of going back and like, now it feels a little bit too short. Thumb would be on the bottom anyways, wouldn't it? Yeah, I mean, oh wait. Dang it, you see, this is what I was saying. Like, I just drew the thumb, right there, and the thumb is not here. Oh my goodness. Yo, I don't know, dude, it's just like, I don't know, man. My brain is sometimes like, thumb? Where thumb go? I don't know where thumb goes. Yeah. Comic storyboard or animation storyboard? Oh, more preferably animation, but if your comic strip, I think, flows enough that it can kind of work as an animatic, because in a way storyboarding is like making a comic book, but the focus is more on animation. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. This is the weird one. This is the weird pose. We'll see how this goes. How much time we got? We got 20 minutes. Okay. That's okay. That's okay. I feel like I might have drawn her face a little bit too. Yeah, this one's a hard one because this one requires so much like muscle breakdown of like where things would be. Let me just get the hair size. I think the reason why this one looked weird is because I got the hair size slightly off. And then we got this part over here, that's like her outfit, and then we got the shoulder blades, so that's like a big part of it as well. It's like the shoulder blades landing. Okay, this is actually not looking too bad. Looking okay. Yeah, okay, yeah. Panic is setting in. Wait, dude, that's where I'm always struggling with. It's like, where's the thumb? Where's the thumb supposed to go? You know, you'd think by this time you would remember where the thumb should go, but I don't know, man. I still mess up where the thumbs should go. Maybe for like unfamiliar angles, so angles like this where I just don't see anyone doing this too often, and then it's like, yeah, where's the thumb go? I don't know, not too sure. You know, maybe, you know, this is where, it's like, I can't remember where the thumb should go. Okay, that's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good. Gotta hype myself up. Gotta do it. I think this one... should I do it straight leg? Maybe not straight legged. Okay, we're gonna do a straight leg, but I'm gonna have to reposition it because it's a little bit off. So that's why I call this still a rough breakdown, because it's like I'm kind of still cleaning up and figuring out where things should go necessarily. But yeah, that's why it's not a full cleanup. It's still kind of a rough understanding and breakdown of like where things should go. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna move this then. Move it back here. Let's see how this is okay. Oh, what is that? Forgot to save almost. Gotta save. Krita is free. Yeah, gotta go. No worries. Thank you, Christina, for stopping by, though. I don't know if you're still here, but yeah. Oh, okay, look at that. Kevin dropping a little hint. Comic version in the future, maybe? Yeah. Maybe Josh will have a preference, though. Wait, what? What preference? You gotta get yourself a pair of health gloves. Yeah, that's why I can't do this right. I need to buy some Hulk gloves. That's how I'll really know how it'll work. Okay, yeah, that's looking pretty good. How much time? Okay, 20 minutes. Look at that. We're getting it. We're getting it. No. Frames or video for submission? Oh, I mean, it's a storyboard, so I would assume that it's by frames, like by images. But if you have an animatic, like if you've done an animatic, then I'm totally okay if people want to submit an animatic. I think that works. Yeah. I think that could be fine. Okay, we're gonna go all the way with this last frame, because this is the pied de resistance. Wait, that doesn't make any sense. I was gonna say pied de resistance, but then that's not the phrase. I'm like, wait, that's not what people say. People don't say that. What? Kevin, can you help me out here? What is the term that I'm thinking of when people are just like, this is the main piece, you know, the pied de something, right? Am I getting it wrong? I feel maybe I'm thinking about something else. Yeah. Almost there. I know, almost there. Piece de resist. Is that what it is? Is that what it means? Because I was like, resistance. Doesn't that just mean? Is that resistance? I don't know. I'm like, wait, is that what people say? They say the piece de resistance, but it's like, doesn't that... That's what people say for something that's, like, high-end? That's kind of interesting. No idea what he's talking about. You know, like, when something is, like, really good, or, like, this is the main piece that people come to see, like, they'll say piece de resistance, I think. You know, I think. That's why I'm like, and I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm like, I think that's what they say, but I don't know. Magnum opus. Oh, maybe magnum opus. Actually, you know what? I would believe that. Yeah. Magnum opus though is when it's like your masterpiece. I'm not saying that this is my masterpiece. I'm just trying to say that this final frame, like, I kind of want to go a little bit more all out, because this is like that final smash. You know, this is where she's smashing the ground. You know, this is the build up. This is the climax of this sequence. So we gotta go all out for it. You know. Yeah. Is it? Okay, but Yeah, I interpret pièce de résistance differently from magnum opus, though. Are they the same? I feel like magnum opus is when this is like, this is the person's or like an artist's, like this is their final greatest piece of work, you know. But that's not what I'm trying to say. I'm just saying like we're gonna go all out for this. So maybe I'm using pièce de résistance incorrectly too. This is not my pièce de résistance, I guess. Okay, let's see. Head is probably here, I think. Hopefully also, oh right, the hair comes out from. Hopefully you guys also realize that like, just because we laid down the rough though doesn't necessarily mean that I have to follow it completely to a T. Just because like as we clean up, you might realize certain proportions aren't the way you thought it would be, or it might just be positioned a little bit differently. So it's definitely okay to change it up a bit from your reference. Dude, I went all out on this last pose here with like the muscles and everything. Arm is definitely way too long though. That is for sure way too long. Maybe, oh, I think probably too is like I got the angle of this also probably wrong. Hold up. Whoops. Wrong thing. Like this glove should technically be like in facing towards us. Something maybe like this. I don't know. Here, I'll shrink it down actually a little bit. I think the glove I might have made a bit too big. We're almost there. 10 more minutes. 10 more minutes. We're almost there. Most times the meat dish must stay quick. How did we go from pièce de résistance to food? Most important feature? Oh, okay, okay, look at that. French lessons with Kevin. Kevin, how's your French? Is your French amazing? But I've lost all my French. I don't remember any of it. Yeah. Wouldn't be... Oh, I guess, yeah. Monokuma with my mouse. Quinn, I don't understand how you can draw anything with the mouse. That's so impressive to me. I don't think I would have the patience to draw with a mouse. Even though it's like, oh, but you're doing animation, so you should have like patience. It's like, no, that's a different type of patience. To be able to draw with a mouse, I think is like, you're on another level to draw with a mouse, I think. I do pixel art animation with a mouse. Wait, Kevin, do you or are you just saying that for Quinn? Kevin's French is fried. Oui and fromage. That's all you need, Kevin. You just go to Paris or Quebec and you just say, "Hi, how can I help you?" Oui. Like, bonjour, je m'appelle Kevin. I forgot how to say it. I want cheese. Je suis un fromage. J'aime. Je t'aime. Je t'aime. Je veux de fromage. Ah, okay. Wait, why do you know Spanish, Kevin? We're Canadian. How do you know? Did you just take Spanish for fun? Kevin just takes Spanish for the fun of it. He's like, yeah, you know, yeah. Nothing wrong with a little Spanish. Okay, here we go. We got our jump. Hey, honestly, that's not too bad. And we got 10 minutes to spare. Look at that. I love the accent. Hey, you know, I can't speak it, but I'll do my best to make it sound like it. Wait, German? Does it sound more German? Oh, what does that put down? Ich bin Z. Oh, does that mean Z is tired? So well, so I switched to a rat. Oh my goodness. I used to draw with mouse too. Jeez, bad joke. What a joke. Okay, so this is it, and I forgot who said motion lines. So yes, I will be putting some motion lines. I think we got time to do that. Here, I'm gonna unpin the rough. So we got our main one. Got it here. We could probably put some motion lines, a little bit of motion lines here. So for motion lines, how I like to do it is you get a little bit of this. So you see how the gloves, they're supposed to be swinging forwards. So I guess, but that's kind of hard to explain. So let's say this is my glove. This is my glove. And my glove is swinging this way. If I want to make it look like it's swinging with some motion, I'll take the surface line, I'll draw it in blue. I'll take the surface line, do that, erase a little bit of the glove to where the motion line kind of starts, and then draw another motion line going like that. So that's how I do motion lines. It's more, I guess, illustration based, or like that's how I do it, or and whatnot. But yeah, so like same thing with like the foot too. Like I could technically maybe put some motion lines with like the foot, something like this. I don't know if that works necessarily, but yeah, I would say don't go too much with it, or else it's a little bit overboard. But yeah, just a little bit with the shoe, and you want to kind of follow the flow and momentum of the object. So like this one's curving this way, so I don't know, maybe let's see if it works. Start off maybe edge of the glove. I don't know. Let's see how that looks. That might be a bit too much. That might be a bit excessive. Yeah, that's kind of a bit excessive, because technically she's also coming down. I'll leave it in the foot, just so that there's some like lead off with it. I think this one works. I don't want to do too much. I think like motion lines or action lines are more of like the cherry on top. You just add it on top a little bit. Yeah. Oh my goodness, Kevin, okay. T-shirt. I am German Duolingo. Josh can choose what he wants. If you add them all to a folder, you can just send the folder. Oh, you mean for the animatic? Probably video would be best. Probably. But whatever works for you, I think. If you're having trouble like rendering, you can send the Krita file, I guess. I can just use the file if you want, but it's no biggie. No biggie. Here we'll do a little bit of quite a bit for this one since she's coming down. Oh, we'll do one on the knee. That would be pretty good. Oops. I'm gonna try to keep the motion lines like not too heavy, not too much. Maybe this is a bit too much already. I'm doing way too much with the hair. Don't need it on the hair, I think. Probably erase the ones over here. Shorten it a little bit. Okay, so this is the landing pose. I don't think there should be motion lines there. So we'll save this, and let's see how this looks. So I'm just gonna play it out. While I play it out, I'm just gonna quickly read just a reminder, because this stream is sponsored by XPPen. So I'm just gonna play this out while I read again our sponsorship, just to give them a little thanks again for sponsoring our stream. So we'd like to thank our sponsor for this stream, XPPen, who have an awesome selection of digital art tablets for both beginner and advanced artists. So if you're looking for an affordable and reliable digital tablet, go browse their store. You'll find the link in the description of this video. So again, thank you XPPen for sponsoring this stream. And again, just check them out. They've got a wide selection of tablets if you are thinking about either dipping your toe into digital art or need a new tablet. They've got some great selections. So again, thank you XPPen. Thank you. And just some closing statements again while I have the animation playing. This is where we're gonna cut it off. Probably I'm not gonna add any more, so I'm just gonna let it play, and I think it's looking pretty good. But just again, a little reminder as to who we are. Just gonna read out our closing statement. Just give me a sec. But our stream is at an end, but for those who have stayed and watched our stream, thank you for joining and thank you for accompanying me as I animate this jumping sequence. But again, if you don't know who we are, give me a second to put my windows in the correct spot. So if you don't know who we are Wing Canvas. We are a YouTube channel where we make art tutorial videos, tips, tricks, and drawing advice to better help our fellow art nerds in this art community of ours. But we aren't just a YouTube channel, we are actually an art school that originated here in Canada. We offer a variety of classes that range from drawing foundations to cartooning and anime, digital illustration, and animation. So if you want to learn any of these things, we've got a great selection of instructors that will help you improve your art skills. So if you've been wanting to improve your art and get feedback from one of our amazing art teachers and amazing teachers and artists, then I highly recommend signing up for one of our classes. And here is our website. So check out our website, and that way you can check out what the classes are, and if you're whether you can find a class that best fits what you're looking for. Yeah. And if you want to support us further, we also offer on Patreon for as little as $2 per month, where you can get access to tons of perks like working files, critique sessions, class recordings, and a huge discount on our classes that have a limited amount of spots. So be sure to check those out before they are gone. And we are also on social media, so be sure to follow us on Discord, Instagram, and Facebook. This way you'll never miss out on an announcement, discounts on classes, our live streams, as well as the artworks that we make here on stream. So that's kind of it. And here is our animation bit. Again, I'll just keep it running so you guys can see it. But yeah, this will be posted on Discord, on the live stream channel, and then later on it'll be put onto Instagram and Facebook, and as well as our YouTube community channel. So if you are having a hard time seeing this here, maybe I'll make it bigger. I've never actually done this for our stream before, but I'll make it larger so you guys can see it a bit better. And then maybe this way you'll see all my bad drawings, my kind of bad pencil markings, and all the mistakes I'm making. But hopefully you get a clearer view as to how this looks. Yeah. Bye-bye. Have a good day and night. Oh, thank you, Amubu. Yeah, have a good day. Hope you guys enjoy your weekend. I'll just leave this on running as I kind of just read out the chat and whatnot. But yeah, I want to do some jump poses after stream. We might try this again. Yeah, go for it, Quinn. Yeah, honestly, like, even if you don't do the whole jumping sequence, I think jumping, just like drawing a pose of someone jumping, is so much fun. It's so cool. Yeah. Motion lines do make a difference. Yeah, yeah, they do. I might have overkilled it a little bit just because we don't have too many in-betweens, so it might be a bit much, but yeah, it definitely helps with the motion for sure. Yeah. Join us next Saturday with Jesse, says May the 4th be... Is it May 4th next Saturday? Oh my goodness, it is. Dang. Design a Star Wars character with Jesse. Oh, that sounds fun. That sounds awesome. Yeah. And if I don't see you, good night. Wow, we got a Truman fan, or Truman Show fan here? Dude, I love that movie. That movie's so good. It's a lot harder than I expected for a jumping pose. Yeah, I mean, you know what? Just make it stretched out and really get that arc in the torso, and you've got it. For sure, yeah, overkill. I mean, oh, you mean for the motion lines? I guess that's true, yeah. It will be available for later viewing. Yeah, for sure. So if you missed the stream and you're just catching the end, yes, this is the end of it, unfortunately. Don't worry, once the stream ends, the video will go up afterwards and you can rewatch the whole thing. And feel free to follow along too if you want to, and you can upload it maybe onto like work in progress, feel free to tag me on Discord and I'll check it out. Take a look at some people's animations, or even if you just draw the jumping pose or the smashing pose, that's cool too. Yeah. So thank you everyone. Thank you for joining the stream. And I hope you all have a good weekend. This is Softco, thank you. Or it's Soph and Co. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, everybody. I will leave it running, but I'm gonna mute myself. I'll leave it running for a little bit, and then I'll end the stream. But thank you, everybody. Hope you have a good night, or good, well, I guess technically it wouldn't be, would it be morning? I guess it is morning for some people, but yeah. Have a good night, I guess, for most people. Bye-bye.